Welcome back to Noob Talk. I'm back again with Saf.
Hey guys.
And he's here to obviously offer the unbiased opinion.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. And now you already know what we're going to talk about. Nintendo dropped some big news. Well, it would have been this week, but last week for you guys when you see this. And the NX is not really called the NX now. It's called the Nintendo Switch.
It is.
They dropped a quick 3-minute trailer just showing what their new console, if you could call it that, is capable of.
Mm-hmm.
What were your just quick early impressions of it?
My early impressions were, wow, really? We're doing another gamepad thing? I mean, it's cool, but didn't that concept also, didn't they pitch that with the Wii U too? It was like, yeah, you can take it anywhere. Oh, actually, no, wait, you can only take it within 100 meters. And that suddenly changed to like 10 or 20. And now I can't even take it to my bathroom, which is, but I like the fact that the screen has an edge-to-edge display. It looks nice, it looks modern. Doesn't look like the chunky toy that we were given with the Wii U. And I like the fact that the controller is versatile and you can disassemble it and reassemble it how you want. So you can put the screen away if you need it, or you can take the screen with you. What I don't like is the portability of the system. It seems a little too big. What do you think?
When I first saw it, and I do agree with some of the things you said, it feels like they're trying to correct a lot of the Wii U's mistakes. Basically, a lot of what they said it would have, but it didn't end up having, is what the Switch has now.
But wait, I'm just gonna stop you there, because this is just the initial trailer. This is not, it's probably just a bit more than a concept right now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take anything that they're saying right now as concrete. It's probably like, hey, look what we can do in a controlled environment, but we don't know what it's going to release like. And nowadays the trend seems to be with gaming that we're being given unfinished or incomplete products, and then we're expected to wait until the developer can further work on them.
Yeah, well, I mean, from the outset it does look cool, what it's capable of. Obviously, the console is basically that tablet, right? And then the dock is just there to charge it and offer a HDMI connection to the TV.
I'm thinking there might be a bit of a power boost in there as well, because when he was playing on the TV, it seemed like it was smooth, and when he switched to the tablet, it seemed a lot more choppier.
I think it's been rumored that the tablet only goes as far as 720p.
Oh wow, okay, so it's not a high resolution display, which we're probably used to by now in 2016.
Even with just tablets nowadays,
yeah.
I mean, they go up to like what, 2K now?
Yeah, 2K.
Yeah, exactly.
That's probably the minimum you'd expect.
Yeah, but then again, when you think of Nintendo, you think cost effective, innit? I mean, they're not really going to release hardware.
I think reliability. A Japanese company is something that the first word that comes into my mind when someone mentions a Japanese company is reliability. And as long as it's sturdy as a rock and I can throw it at a brick wall and it'll just bounce back and hurt me more or hurt the wall more than itself, then I'm happy with that. I'm satisfied. But right now, that edge-to-edge display looks like it's not very sturdy, to be honest.
That's one of the things I'm worried about. It's like they expect you to break up rooftop dinner parties and be like, hey everyone, look at this thing, it's amazing. And you're taking off parts and you're putting on parts. Imagine you lost one of the side controllers. They're called Joy-Cons. Imagine just losing one of them or losing the other and just like you're handicapped.
Oh, it's like losing a nunchuck. Fair enough, there's not a wire on it, but it's fairly big, It's not something that like an Apple AirPod. You can't just misplace it like that, and it does slide in, and it looks like it connects pretty strongly. But I do understand your concern. It is something that you have to think about all the time. You have to be conscious of it, because you hand it to a child and you show them how to take it off. The next thing you know, they put it in, I don't know, the kitchen sink or something.
Or put it right through the dock, trying to connect it. Putting durability aside, we'll give it props in its versatility then.
Yeah.
Being able to just take it off, put it on, take it with you. The guy was playing on the plane. That was slick. Where he just set it up like on his plane seat, and they just took the controllers off the side, and it was showing Skyrim. Then obviously Bethesda apparently they're denying it at the moment regarding Skyrim being on it.
Right.
Although
yeah.
the video package showed Skyrim.
Oh, I know. I heard that. It's not Nintendo denying it. It's the Bethesda who are saying we can't reveal our details. We're working with other companies.
Absolutely, yeah. Even with the screen itself, do you think it could have possibly been a little bigger? I mean, initially I thought, when I first saw it, I thought, all right, that screen's actually really decent size. But then once you take the Joy-Cons off, then you see the actual screen size actually a little bit on the smaller end.
Right. My opinion on that, I think I think for portability is perfect. People haven't complained about it. They can take it about wherever they want to go. And not to mention that the Switch controller is kind of even more portable because you can take the sides off and, you know, disassemble it and store it, as opposed to having it complete all the time, which is pretty cool. But again, it's the experience that counts. And when you're trying to do high definition gaming, then you don't want that compromise. You don't want a low resolution screen, which is tiny. You know, you can't, even if it is 720p, that's probably relative to the size of the screen.
Yeah.
Whereas if the screen was any bigger, then the 720p would look very jagged and very nasty.
Even in the trailer, when they moved the Breath of the Wild gameplay to the tablet, you could tell the difference once it was moved off the TV. Yeah, it was like it looked much more choppy. Maybe just obviously they're still working on it, or whether it's finished.
Yeah,
or not, who
but
knows?
that's not how you pitch a concept. You know, if they expect to achieve. But again, like I said, this is an industry trend right now.
Yeah.
And they're pitching something else, and then they're delivering something else, and they're expecting us to wait X amount of time for us to receive the product that they initially pitched. So it might be a fail-safe on Nintendo's end. They were like, well, you know, the hardware was the same when we pitched it and the concept trailer came out, so you can't really complain. But yeah, if you guys also notice it's choppy, drop a comment, because we might be the only ones that think so.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, in regards to the console itself, we saw Breath of the Wild. We saw what looked like it may have been EA's basketball series. I'm not sure.
It did look like EA's.
Yeah, it looked like EA's basketball.
Or it could have been 2K's.
It could have been 2K's.
Either way,
it's one or the other. Yeah. We saw Mario Kart, an updated version of Mario Kart.
That's it. That's
but
right.
They had the Boo King in there. That's not in the Wii U version of Mario Kart.
Right.
And Skyrim.
Yeah, they
so
did.
It looks like they're actually taking third party more seriously on board. And obviously at the end,
they've got a list of partners that they've
they had
released.
a ton. Yeah. Obviously they did the thing is, with that, it's great. You can see all these different companies that have apparently
that have signed on. Yeah.
But the same thing happened with the Wii U.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, when they announced
and each of those companies released one game and said, we're done.
We're done, yeah. Dude, this is not going to work. Not going to work at all, but I have more faith that it's going to work this time around. But then again, one of the other things that was brought to our attention was that it's NVIDIA that developed the chip that goes inside the Nintendo Switch.
NVIDIA Tegra, I believe, which is a mobile graphics chip.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. Apparently a pretty powerful piece of kit. It's no joke, but it's a custom-made chip for the Nintendo Switch. Yeah. The funny thing is, I've heard that the Tegra chips, they actually run pretty hot. And so, do you know, I don't know if you noticed in the trailer, at the top of the tablet, there was vents.
Yeah.
So I can imagine.
I mean, I saw the micro SD card, the headphone port, the standard stuff. I didn't see a air
at
vent.
the top. There was a literal air vent at the top of the tablet.
Okay.
And so I can imagine, imagine you taking it on the go and then just going really loud.
I really don't think they'll be able to squeeze a fan in there, but it could be just a cooling vent. Regardless, a mobile chip. Really, Nintendo. I mean, with the Wii U, you have a standalone console that connects to the gamepad in your hand.
Yeah.
But the console is, actually processing, and that's where the power comes from, and that's where the GPU and the CPU are. Whereas it looks like the gamepad. Can we call it a gamepad? The screen.
They haven't had a word for it. It's a gamepad. Yeah.
The portable device is where some of the processing will take place. Now, we're still unsure whether or not if the dock has an external sort of help, or it helps out the tablet externally when you dock it. We still haven't been given those details yet, unfortunately. So that may be a boost to its power. Therefore, it can do 1080p gaming or even 4K if required. But when you take it off, 720p gaming is where you're limited, which actually doesn't sound too bad.
No, not at all. It's just, I would find it odd moving from an amazing visual experience on my TV then to a lesser
Right.
on my tablet.
But again, immersion comes from, it's not just the visuals, there's a combination of elements. Right?
Oh yeah, of course.
And if the visuals take a hit, it doesn't necessarily mean the narrative and the sound will. So, you still, as long as you're encapsulated in this game, just the visuals shouldn't be able to put you off, but they are a vital piece of it.
So the biggest thing from all of this, obviously a lot of the things that were shown in the trailer were pretty much part of the rumors in the months leading up to it.
That's right.
So a lot of it was pretty much confirmed, including the use of the cartridges
Yeah, actually, I was just about to mention that point
Yeah.
because the cartridges are probably going to be based on flash storage, which will be quite expensive depending on the file size. So depending on the size of the cartridge. And does that mean we're going to see a boost in game prices, or will we see a compromise in game quality?
You'd probably be seeing faster load times as well.
That's a
compared to
benefit.
Blu-ray.
That's a benefit,
Yeah.
but the disadvantages are, like I said, the cost, because if we're doing 4K gaming, texture sizes are almost twice as much, or 4 times as much, I guess. The only thing we haven't talked about is the idea of multiplayer on the go, which I feel is one of the key or the USPs of the Nintendo Switch. As we saw in the trailer, you can put 2 consoles next to each other and play multiplayer right there.
Yeah.
With no need for an internet. Well, apparently no need for an internet connection, possibly through the use of ad hoc. And that to me looks amazing.
It's big. I mean, imagine Smash Bros. Psh.
Yeah,
Smash
everyone
Bros
gets
right
their
there and
own
then, yeah.
screen.
Everyone gets their own screen. Plus, if you're using 2 of them, that's 4 people right there.
Yeah.
Already ready to go. You know, that is one of the cooler things. Dude, what makes me think that eventually this could possibly alienate the 3DS a little bit? I think it's basically the 3DS plus a home
Power.
console experience, with more power plus a home console experience. Do you think the 3DS could eventually be, when this eventually comes out, would the 3DS start fading?
I mean,
Especially if you could just carry it around and be like, boom,
yeah,
boom.
exactly.
Yeah.
Apparently, that is the consensus. Apparently, that's the idea, that the 3DS will no longer be relevant if you can take a home console experience with you on the go, or what a home console experience previously was. Because, like I said, Sony and Xbox are looking towards 4K now.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem that Nintendo may be able to achieve that this generation, the coming generation either.
Well, they've got to consider cost as well. You know, they're not gonna put it at a price point of like £400.
Yeah,
something
again,
like
they have
that,
to
yeah.
make it relevant to. They have to
make
make
it competitive,
it
They haven't
and
got a choice,
relevant.
All right, so it's tablet based. It's got its own charging dock. Plus
That's
that dock, HDMI to the TV.
Nvidia's supporting them quite a
Nvidia's
bit.
supporting it. It's using flash memory instead this time. No
right.
more discs. And they showed that all in a 3-minute video. We saw some games, obviously Zelda, that's been out there for a while.
That's right.
Mario, surprising to see that.
Yeah, hoping for further details on.
So, Nintendo already said that they're not going to be speaking anymore on the Switch until early 2017, so leading up to release. Full specs, nothing has really been said yet, just that we have a full list of most of the developers apparently that have given their support. We've had a look at the controllers, what the tablet can do, how it works with the TV, and some of the games. They're going to give us the full rundown anyway. I'm assuming come January time, there's going to be direct all about Nintendo Switch, and they're going to give a full breakdown as well on everything that's happening there. So you can't say anything for sure now. They just showed like a really glamorous looking trailer with a lot of cool things happening. Anyway, that was the Nintendo Switch. I like the NX name so much better, man.
I think the NX
sounded cooler. Switch makes sense. I get it. And it's better than Wii.
Right. Closing thoughts though. Let's call it there.
You know, at the very least, when you lose in a game, in pure anger, you have multiple things to throw. Just chuck one side, chuck the other side, chuck the tablet, then chuck the dock. You know, you got multiple things to chuck. Anyway,
we're getting rage mode into it.
that was the Switch. Let us know what you thought about it. Are you gonna go pick one up? What do you think about the games that they showed? Do you think it's a worthwhile pickup rather than the PS4 Pro and the Xbox Scorpio? Let us know in the comments down below, or let me know on Twitter. All the links are going to be in the description there. That's it for this week's Noob Talk. We're out.
Bye guys, have fun.